Here's what's coming up for Memphis Wrestling. Join us live on Sunday, July 11th for our next TV taping featuring AEW star, the Murder Hawk Lance Archer, plus Heather Monroe, CC Chanel, and more. Tickets and VIP experience are available right now at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. Then, July 18th, watch WWE Money in the Bank with us, absolutely free at Dave & Buster's in Memphis. Plus, you'll get a free game card. Tickets for our July 25th TV taping are also on sale. Get everything you need at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com.
This episode is brought to you by Spunk Lube. Spunk Lube is the perfect blend of water and silicone. It is an all-purpose personal lubricant that can be used for any occasion. You will love the natural feeling and look of it. It is safe for sensitive skin. Go to spunklube.com and tell them Shootin' the Shiznit sent you.
Oh, you didn't know? Well, your ass better, you better tell someone. Tell someone about STSpod.club. Tell them now. Call them. Text them. Tell them. Telegram. Send them video message. Whatever. Tell them.
All the Right Notes, the first book by Twitter influencer Lance Levine. It's a wild ride down a path of musical adventure that recaps many random run-ins with rock royalty, such as U2, Slash, The Ramones, The Goo Goo Dolls, and many more. And all the crazy occurrences that have happened to him that trace back to music. All the Right Notes is 209 pages, sure to bring a smile to your face and to remind you how much music has probably touched your life as well.
All the Right Notes, available now on Amazon in paperback for $14.99 and on Kindle for all you tech warriors for $9.99. Also at local Chicago bookstores, as well as Rolling Stone Records on Harlem and Irving. If you can't find it, ask for it by name. All the Right Notes by Lance Levine. And I have been told I could not put it down. I read it all in one day. So order it now and see what all the fuss is about.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? Prove it with the best in Memphis wrestling. I'm head coach King Cobra, and I want to see what you've got. Hit me up today at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com.
Shooting the shiznit, best little wrestling podcast in the business. Your host BT and all his guests. You'll never know who he'll have next. Shooting the shiznit, best little wrestling podcast in the business. Shooting the shiznit.
Hey, welcome to the 5th annual. That's right, I said 5th annual Great American Bloopers and Outtakes. Oh man, this is an episode that I love doing every year. It takes longer to edit this and produce it, but when it comes out, it's well worth it. After every blooper, you're going to hear this sound. And then I just want to go over what bloopers. We got a bunch of bloopers and mistakes that we made at the very front with that sound. And then blooper. There's also right after that, you'll have the Rollin' into Mempo theme song that was never released. Only Patreon members got to hear that. That was the second version of it. I produced something called the Jammy Song. You guys will like that, especially you, Lance. There's also a blooper from Rhino JB in there. And then when I go to the bathroom during Patreon, well, Lance just continues to talk. So you'll hear Lance continue to talk when I leave the microphone and go to come back. And then on the other side, you'll have a commercial break. And then on the other side, you will have Gene and me actually talking on Patreon episode 386, where we talk about Ricky Morton, Ken Wayne, and Chris Benoit. Some controversial stuff there. The thing is, I like to give everyone a sample of what we do on Patreon. And there's you a sample. And it's finished by a big blooper it was me. As the screen froze up and the recording froze up, Rhino had to end the show, so I thought that was the perfect way to end this year's Great American Bloopers and Outtakes. And now on with the show. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, we're live from STS Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas for Who Wants to Be the Best Shish Knitter? One more time. Let's start over. Same. Can't even do my catchphrase. I'll have to edit this. Same bad time, same bad. So remember, don't turn it off before I do Remember, turn it off after I do my. Fireplace that I thought it was
the fireplace.
The fireplace. What's
fire department?
Fire department. I can edit that out, by the way. The fire department.
You can't. That's great.
And one of the Lance and I's co-host Josh and Jody, who beat his friend. I can't even think of his name.
Okay. His friend, not yours.
Let me do that again. And Jody, who beat his friend Dave. But go ahead, guys. In case this is...
We're dealing with the stink in the ring. The Rudy what the fuck is his name? Rudy, the president's lawyer. Why can't I think of it?
I don't know. I don't know.
The fart video that went live today. So Rudy Giuliani.
There you go. There we go. Third
try.
Got it. 3 try.
Yeah, we'll edit that out.
Yeah,
so anyway,
sure.
All the right notes available now on Amazon in paperback for $14.99 and on Kindle for all you tech warriors for $9.99 and at local Chicago bookstores as well as Rolling Stone Records on Howard. Shit. Take 2. I said the wrong street. Harlem and Irving.
All right, here we go. Hey, we're live from STS Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Yeah, Lance has already shipped. He's taking those papers.
Shit,
and
what? I have not already shit. I don't know what you're talking about. You got a couple stories coming up that are about that, though.
Let's stop.
And it gets me interested in what's coming next week. So big thumbs up for me.
All right, guys. Same bad time, same bad channel on the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there. And as everyone knows, I love... Oh, man. I lost my voice. I love my mama. I love you, Mama. I really do. But I lost my voice in the middle of that one. Hey, get prepared. Oh, hold on. Take 2. Take 2. Mirror, mirror on the wall, what is the best brand for my balls? It's Manscaped, of course. Hold up. Is that a nose poob? Poob. A nose poob. Hey, well, think all... I'm not sure
what was that?
What the fuck that was.
Rolling into Memphis, doing it their way. Tell everybody it happy Saturday. They're rocking and a rolling, a little funky too. Listen every Saturday, 'cause you got nothing else to do. Woo! Mercy Daddy! Rolling
rolling into Mimpo. Here are your hosts, BT and Rhino JB. Daddy, woo!
Jammy, longer, jammy, like I said, kind of jammy. So, jammy, longer, jammy, like I said, kind of jammy. So, like I said, kind of jammy. Jammy, longer, jammy. Jammy. Jammy, longer, jammy, like I said, kind of jammy. So, jammy, longer, jammy, like I said, kind of jammy. So, like I said, kind of jammy. Jammy, longer, jammy. Jammy.
Like I said, some of the movements, it just reminded me of her. I'm trying to figure out who are you picking up different little things from, and for whatever reason,
abs. I just need to get abs like her, and I'll be set.
Lay off the chicken wings and the Taco Bell.
What? What did he say? Hey, let's listen to that again.
Lay off the chicken wings and the Taco Bell.
Yep, that's what I thought he said.
I got to go back and watch what happened last week with Brad Michaels. But with this match, my man defeated two men at once, Johnny Dixon and Alan Steele. But I've got to say, with Alan Steele and Johnny Dixon, they've been working as a tag team since they came through the door.
What? What did he say? Hey, let's listen to that again.
Johnny Dixon and Alan Steele.
Yep, that's what I thought he said. Next week, same bad time, same bad channel, on the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there! And as everyone knows, and she'll be listening to this, Lance, I love my mama.
Hey, Myrtle, how are you?
It's not Myrtle.
Wait, what is it?
Glenda.
Linda. Sorry, Linda.
Glenda.
Glenda.
Gee.
Don't forget, Glenda, I have fun everywhere I go.
Myrtle. I'll have to edit that out. She'll be mad. Don't get mad, Myrtle. I mean, Glenda. Glenda's
Myrtle.
a good witch. All right. Thanks, guys. Myrtle. Where the hell did you get that at?
It's just an old lady name, that's all.
It is an old lady name. Don't be talking about my mama. Look, she is old.
Yeah. So is mine.
Hold on just a minute. I got to piss, and I've got to turn on my fan. So the Patreon are just going to have to deal with the
You're going to have to deal with that sound, Ed. I don't know if he's recording this. Are you recording this while I'm going to babble here? No? So he's probably, his dog, Duke, is probably sitting in his chair since he got up to go take a piss. He won't wash his hands either. But his dog, he instructed his dog before we went on the show not to lick his balls and not to snore. So I thought he was talking to me, and I was pissed that he was giving me these rules that I had to follow because I don't like following rules in the first place. Rules and me just do not get along. So we were supposed to talk about my book too. Hopefully we'll talk about that. The book should be coming out in September. So BT has been an amazing help on that too, by the way. So don't let me talk too much trash about him because he's a really good guy. So hopefully you guys are all going to buy the books for Christmas gifts, and I'm going to be independently wealthy and I can walk away from work. And this can be my work. So I don't know how much longer do I have to vamp? How long is this guy? How big is this guy's fucking bladder that I have to keep on talking? But it doesn't matter because he's probably not even recording this. So I'm doing this for my own enjoyment. Shh, I think I hear him. I think he's coming back. I was vamping the whole time, so hopefully you were recording it.
All right, do me a favor when we come on here, and I have fun wherever I go.
Just say it.
So I can edit that. I'm going to say, and I love my mama. So you can say hi to Glenda if you want
All right.
to. Glenda. All right. So
All right.
Here we go. 5, 4. And as everybody knows, I love my mama.
And speaking of mama, hi Glenda. Nice to see you. Nice. Thank you for listening. And as you always know, because you listen every episode, I have fun everywhere I go.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Lance. Got it. All right, let me go. I got to go tell Misty something and a pee. And I'll be right back.
Oh, do I get to talk? Oh, cool. I get to talk now. So.
Yep. Oh, God. Yeah, we're going to make a whole show of it.
So he's going to go pee. He's probably going to go punish the dog. He's probably going to go dogscaped the dog. Wait, Dogscaped is not one of our sponsors yet. We got to work on that. So anyway, let's see. What can I fill you in on? What happened this month? So he's working his overnights. I think he's wrapping that up. So we're done there. The book. We haven't talked about the book. I should have a finished copy of the book. We had to do some last minute editing. In some way, somehow, a single word got lopped off on a page, and somehow he caught it. I don't know how he did, but God bless him for that. So we fixed that. I should have a finished copy of the book in my hands, hopefully within the next week to 10 days. And then we can release all of the Amazon ordering information. If you're in Chicago, we're probably going to have it at some stores. I know Rolling Stone Records is interested in selling it, so hopefully we're going to have it there. I'm going to probably do an appearance there, which is like so beyond my wildest dreams that I can do that at Rolling Stone Records, like a mecca that is mentioned in the book on multiple occasions. But yeah, we'll have all the information. It's so much fun. It was so much fun putting it together. It's a music book. I know I've talked about it before here and there, but it's a music book, basically a bunch of shorter anecdotal stories as all kinds of cool people that I've had the pleasure of meeting in the music industry over the years, just completely accidentally in most cases, just random meetings where I've run into people and stuff. And also just the way music has affected my life throughout my entire life since childhood, really. So it was a hell of a good time putting it together. We definitely wanted to get it out ASAP because unfortunately a couple people that have been talked about in the book have passed away since I started writing the book. So I didn't want to have too many other people no longer with us when the book comes out. So it's really fun. There's some really fun stories in there. There's some funny stuff. There's definitely serious stuff too, of how certain songs have touched my life, albums, bands, you name it. But just, I'd be so stoked if you guys ordered the book. It would mean a lot to me. Maybe we can figure out a way to get it autographed. Who knows? So anyway, but thank you for listening to me rattle on about the book. And thanks, Brian, for going to the bathroom and maybe he took more than a piss. I don't know. So.
All right. You can quit talking about me now. I think I'm going to do I told you.
Here's what's coming up for Memphis Wrestling. Join us live on Sunday, July 11th for our next TV taping featuring AEW star, the Murder Hawk Lance Archer, plus Heather Monroe, CC Chanel, and more. Tickets and VIP experience are available right now at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. Then, July 18th, watch WWE Money in the Bank with us, absolutely free at Dave & Buster's in Memphis. Plus, you'll get a free game card. Tickets for our July 25th TV taping are also on sale. Get everything you need at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com.
This episode is brought to you by Spunk Lube. Spunk Lube is the perfect blend of water and silicone. It is an all-purpose personal lubricant that can be used for any occasion. You will love the natural feeling and look of it. It is safe for sensitive skin. Go to spunklube.com and tell them Shooting the Shiznit sent you.
This This episode's also brought to you by Manscaped. Use promo code STSPOD.
Manscaped, the global leaders in below-the-waist grooming, just dropped their Lawnmower 4.0. I hope you're as excited for this as me, because this thing is legit. It's a 4th-generation trimmer featuring a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. Do you or your dad travel a lot? Because, your dad needs a Manscaped. If so, then the 4.0 is the perfect trimmer for home and on the go. The upgraded trimmer includes a multi-function on-off switch that can engage a travel lock. It also gives you the ability to turn on the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. I think you always need a precise shave, so good thing we got that light.
Remember, 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code STSPOD. And as everyone knows, and Gene does too, I love my mama. Thank you, Gene.
Thank you. Woo!
Man, that was easy. I gotta tell you a quick Ricky Morton story. He calls me 2 hours before the interview.
Yeah.
He goes, hey man, we gonna do that podcast today? And I said, yeah, we're still scheduled to do the podcast. I'd already texted him the day before, and he says, hey, I just want to let you know I can't talk about child support. My lawyer said I can't fucking do that now. I said, all right. I said, we're not talking about child support. And then I told him, I'm just going to count down. Oh, that's cool.
Right. Well, there goes my first question, Ricky. Damn.
I just love it. I love those old school guys, man. They're just workers. They really are. But he was working me a little bit. But the fun thing was I think he did answer most of the questions. Being honest with me about it. So it's really fun to listen to him. One of my favorite tag teams, and you're going to laugh, is the PYTs. I love the PYTs, and I don't know why. I just did. But, man, he really puts over Norvell and talks about Coco beating the shit out of jobbers and beating people up in the behind the dressing room and stuff. I don't know what that was about. So, apparently, Coco's a lot tougher than we thought. So.
Oh, man. Like, the shows I worked around him in, like, the late 90s and early 2000s, he beat the fuck out of people. And, like, have you ever seen that video on YouTube of him beating the piss out of that jobber in the 80s?
Yes,
Patriot?
I have.
That's one of the roughest things I've ever seen. But, man, they brought him to a show we did in Jackson, Mississippi, as in we was going there monthly. And they booked Coco for about 3 or 4 months in a row. And they finally quit booking him because during his camo wearing era, where he had those trainees that he was bringing with him, and they were just beating the fuck out of people. I mean, it was like Coco forgot it was a work. I mean, he just was rough as shit, and nobody wanted to fucking work him. That's why they finally just quit booking him, because he come and asked me and Kilgore, and I'm like, fuck it, hell no. Like, I ain't fighting that motherfucker on TV. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I do know, he was with Corey big time during all that time, so I don't blame on Corey Mack.
Well, that's ridiculous. Hey, so somebody sent me something I wanted to mention to you. I forgot last month. So you remember when we did the Smoky Mountain episode, where we did that episode where Arn, debuted in Smoky Mountain at the end? Robert Fuller did that weird promo, and he said that I got people coming after me for child support and stuff, but I ain't going to do that Von Erich thing, and pointed at his head.
Robert Fuller. Yeah, Robert Fuller. Yeah.
Somebody sent in a question for Cornette's drive-thru asking about that. So I thought that was interesting. Somebody sent me like, hey, y'all mentioned this was it really that good? You should listen to this. So I listened to it. And yeah, somebody sent in and asked Cornette, like, in those days, is that something, A, would you have told him to say that? B, is that usually something you would have edited out, or he would have had to clear with you? And Cornette's like, Jesus, back then, I'm going to tell Robert Fuller to fucking say something.
That's right. Are you going to tell Robert Fuller not to say something?
He goes,
That's right.
So he goes, and back then we did live the tape, and he said, it's not like anybody in the Smoky Mountain region is really going to get that offended about the Von Erichs. He's like, so no, I wouldn't have edited it out. He goes, but I don't remember it, honestly. He said, that one kind of just slipped past me. He said, because I don't recall. And Brian Last was like, yeah, I've seen it and have meant to ask you about it because it is very just out of place. And Cornette's like, well, that's Robert Fuller for you,
Love it.
I was like, that is so awesome. Somebody asked him about that because when I watched it, like I wound it back like twice and listened to it again to make sure I wasn't misunderstanding something. I was like, that is so random. Like,
yeah, I liked Robert, but then some of the guys that I hung out didn't really they like him, but they thought, the guys hate Carney, which is hilarious. The old guys hate somebody to try to work them, and Robert to them was Carney. But man, I've become a huge Robert Fuller fan from us doing this podcast and then going back and watching stuff and then listening to various things on his podcast. Just the idea that he comes off as just so, what am I trying to say? He's modest, it's like I think he understood when it was happening. Him and Ron both actually, may not have really understood how big it was when it was happening. And then all of a sudden, because I remember being around a lot of guys and them not, like I talked to Ken Wayne one time and I told the story and I think I told it, I don't know what show I told it on, but I got some of my first kayfabe sheets and one of them was a videotape listing, and they would rank the tag teams by work rate. And this was like a huge video thing. It had like 10 tag teams, and one of my top tag teams or favorite tag teams at the time was the Nightmares, and they were on Memphis television, and they ranked them number one in the United States as a top tag team. I'm like, okay. But Ken said, they just went out and worked. It was like they were doing a job and they weren't aware of their surroundings like guys in the business now are.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not saying that now because he's in jail, but...
Well, yeah. Lord. Yeah, that's so sad.
I had to edit out a little bit of Ricky Morton's interview, but he did ask about Ken, so...
Did he?
He asked me if I'd talked to him, and I said, no. I said, dude, as soon as they said what he had done, I didn't make any contact with him or the family. I said, whatever people can think, about me, they can think whatever they want. I said, But I talked to Ken maybe 2 times, sometimes 3 times a week. I was working hotels, and I swear he never made any comment about young women or anything like that.
No.
Nothing. So I don't know, man. It's just so odd. So odd.
I was so disappointed when all that came out because I was such a Nightmares fan growing up. And, and he did the podcast 2 or 3 times and helped me with the Eddie Gilbert book that never happened and wrote a bunch of stuff for it that never saw the light of day. And, and I felt bad for Eric, because he got some blowback off that regardless of whether, he should or not. And yeah, but I don't feel
Eric
sorry for him because the guy ought to be fucking hung from a tree if it's true. And obviously it is, but
it is. I mean, it is true.
There's no questioning it, but God almighty. I can't imagine being Eric and finding that out about your father. That puts you in such
Eric told me, here's what, this may change your opinion of Eric, okay? So I'm in a dressing room with him talking to him, first time I seen him after this happens, and he says, well, he didn't molest those kids.
Wow.
So it's different when you download something and put it on. Number one, here's the deal. I've been told by many people in the computer business, you can watch what you want to on the internet. Watch what you want to on the internet. But soon as you download shit, your ass is grass, especially when it comes to child pornography. If you don't have any kind of filter or anything, and he didn't even have anything. He didn't even have and he is a computer guy. So what the hell was that about?
Yeah.
Part of it makes me think one of them, and I know, I'm just saying this, this is my conspiracy, that either one of his students did it, or, I'm not saying Eric did it, I'm just saying, it just did not sound like Ken.
Yeah.
It really did. All the stuff that happened just don't, and Eric did also say something that if Ken was rich, he could have probably got out of it, and not spend as much time. But since he just had to buy a lawyer, a public defender, and they show that he downloaded stuff on the internet, then boom, he's in jail, and he's been there. God, he's been there over 10 years, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's rocking on close to that. I would think.
No, because me and the wife have been dating for right at 10 years. She went to.
Well, it can't be 10 years because I mean he was doing that was around. Well, no,
yeah, I think 10 years. I'd have to look it up because I don't know.
I was thinking it was like around like 2012 or somewhere in there, but that's close. I mean, that's in the vicinity regardless.
Yeah, it goes back to a former wrestler convicted of there. It's 2016, so.
16, okay, well, fuck.
Was convicted. He was convicted of it in 16.
So it probably did happen around 2012 or 13.
Served 5 years and spend 15 years. So it says he'll serve 5 years, so he's getting out next year?
Probably so.
I don't know, man. I just, it's just really, it was weird when it happened, and it goes back to the Benoit thing. It took me forever to watch Benoit tapes, and now, I hate to say it, but it don't really bother me if I want to see a Benoit match,
Yeah.
It's just really strange. It's, what bothers me now, right when it happened, and I think it's because I was doing the website, and at the time I thought I was going to cover everything, and I was covering that story, and it just, God, it was like, what? You thought he got killed first, or you thought the whole family was killed, and then they keep getting that news to you, and at the end you're thinking, did he really do that? But Kevin Sullivan did it, I think.
And goddamn, I mean that's the thing. Like, there's still all those conspiracy theories. Like, whenever that Dark Side of the Ring came out, like all these people on Facebook were saying that kind of. I was ready to fucking fist fight a few people over that shit. Like, people that I think should be smarter than that. That were on there just stating that like a fact, like arguing with me, like, oh no, Kevin Sullivan did this. I'm like, you are like, that is fucked up to accuse somebody of murder based on a wrestling angle. Like, how retarded are you? Like, come on, like that's just not cool to make those kind of accusations about somebody. Like, and there's plenty of evidence to show that he did it. I know you don't want to believe that your favorite scientific wrestler was able to do that, but it's a fact. And only dragging Kevin Sullivan's name through the mud because he played a devil worshiper in Florida in the fucking 80s. I mean, come on.
I know, but and that's weird, too, because it was coming from even people in the business, so.
Yeah.
Just nutty. All right, man, I got to get off here. I'm going to try to take a nap. My wife's coming back from... We'll keep improving the building if we have to. Keep improving this, keep improving that. Excited about the future. That's what
Oh, I don't know if this is just on my end or not, but you're frozen. You're completely frozen. The mic cut out. I don't know if I'm on the show here still even, but oh, this is weird. I don't know if this is just happening on my end or if everyone is going through this. I don't know if I'm speaking over or not. I don't know. But I should probably record this for a little evidence. So this is what's happening here on my end. And as you can see, I'm moving, but you are completely frozen. And it says we're still live. And all right, now I don't know if I should leave. I don't know. Not sure what's happening. But guys, I'm going to leave the studio. I don't know if that will end the show or not. But shout out to BT. Shout out to Dustin Starr. And shout out to everybody with Championship Wrestling. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. I'll see you guys next time. Be this, be that. And as always, be seeing you.
Here's what's coming up for Memphis Wrestling. Join us live on Sunday, July 11th for our next TV taping featuring AEW star, the Murder Hawk Lance Archer, plus Heather Monroe, CC Chanel, and more. Tickets and VIP experience are available right now at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. Then, July 18th, watch WWE Money in the Bank with us, absolutely free at Dave & Buster's in Memphis. Plus, you'll get a free game card. Tickets for our July 25th TV taping are also on sale. Get everything you need at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com.
That's right, free delivery for selected local businesses on Uber Eats. If you use the code EATS-BrianT24790UE, that's EATS-BrianT24790UE, you share that code, I'm sharing it with you, you get $20 off a $25 order, and $10 kickback comes to us here at Shooting the Shiznit. Use Uber Eats now!
Music is my life, and I bet it's yours too. After all, we're all very complicated beasts. You're not just into wrestling, you're into other stuff too, and that's where the record store comes in. I've got 1,000 CDs or so, and I've been a rock fan for as long as I've been old enough to go to, well, the record store. So every week I close my eyes, stand in front of my collection, and randomly grab a CD. Whatever I pull out. Could be old, could be brand new. It's what I cover in that episode. It could be anything, from Asia to Yes, from John Cougar to Elton John, from Rumors to Weird Al's greatest hits. You just have no idea. I do a little bit of homework on the artist, talk about what they mean to me, and who knows, maybe I've had a chance encounter with one of them. And finally, I review the album track by track. I might confirm that it's one of the greatest albums of all time, or I might conclude that buying that album calls for me to have my head examined. Who knows? So join me, Lance Levine, twice a month right here at the record store, and let me remind you how much the music means to you as well.
Did you enjoy that episode? Cash App us, that's right. $BTSTS. Cash App us $1, $2. If you Cash App us over $12, I'll give you 1 year of Patreon for free.
Graphic design is very important. Your logo is the first image potential customers see. What kind of impression would you want to make today? Need a podcast logo or a t-shirt design? KT does art. Her name has become synonymous with quality and professionalism in the graphic design community. She specializes in graphic design, painting, and more. She provides affordable commissions and professional quality with a timely delivery. Contact KT via email at kt_doesart@yahoo.com. Check out her Instagram at instagram.com/kt_doesart.
Hey, that was another great episode of Shooting the Shiznit. We're currently looking for contestants for Who Wants to Be the Best Shiznitter Ever Championship 2021. A shout out to our sponsors this month, and also we have Patreon at www.patreon.com/shootingtheshiznit without a G. A big thank you and a shout out to Bob McGee at Pro Wrestling Between the Sheets and Gene Jackson at localstolegends.com. You can reach us on Twitter at comicbookmarkbt, Instagram BT Shooting the Shiznit without a G, Facebook Shooting the Shiznit with a G, and we're also at Cool Kids Wrestling and MMA Talk. You gotta ask to get in. If we don't like you, we'll kick you out. That's right. And you can get all the archives to all the episodes at www.stspod.club. All right, let's do a roll call of my favorite podcast. So my favorite non-wrestling podcast would be Who's Right Podcast, Po Boys Podcast, The Official Podcast, Man Brain Podcast, I'm Fat Podcast, and my buddies over there, Richard and Josh at P3 Radio. Hey guys, thanks for joining us today, and remember, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.